I remember laying on my back, just crying out to God and saying, like, I don't know why this is happening to me. Especially the day after my dad's funeral. But you have me here for a reason. And I'm not going to deny you through this process. And so I'm going to represent Christ as best I can, no matter what happens. I feel like 2024 was a year of saying goodbyes. My twin sons graduated from school from Iowa State University and both moved to Madison, Wisconsin. And then my dad was diagnosed with prostate cancer. And my dad had been in and out of the hospital that whole year, but I knew that the end was near for him. And so I went to visit him that Saturday morning and moved my son to Wisconsin that day, and then drove home late that night. And then unfortunately, he passed away on August the 25th, that Sunday morning. The night of my dad's funeral, my health was deteriorating. I wasn't feeling that great. And in the middle of the night, specifically at like 1:30 in the morning, I woke Aaron up and I said, hey, something's not right. I need to go to the ER. The next morning, Aaron came and picked me up. And as the day progressed, I lost more and more strength and energy in my legs and was having difficulty walking. And so as the day got on, I couldn't feel my legs. I was starting to lose strength in them. I would have to hold on to Aaron's shoulders to go from one room to the other. And we called up there and they said, hey, you need to get to a hospital as soon as possible. After 36 hours in the ER, I finally got moved up into the critical care unit and continued to meet with neurology and infectious diseases. There was a doctor there, Dr. Sam, that came in one of those mornings and said, hey, I think that you have this spinal infection, which is called transverse myelitis. And he was the first person to mention this to us. And so we learned that there's only about 1,400 cases a year. It's really rare. And quickly learned that, a third of those patients end up being paraplegics essentially, and really, wheelchair bound or bed bound, unfortunately. There was a time, I don't give my wife much credit in this, but like literally she gave me a bath one night and I couldn't move my arms and legs and I just started bawling because it reminded me of Jesus washing his disciples' feet. And it was such a beautiful moment of my wife just like laying down her life to care for me. And she was helping me feel better about myself and be clean because I couldn't care for myself. And it was just a beautiful moment that I could draw parallels to Jesus washing his disciples' feet. Every time physical therapists would come in and challenge me to like, hey, would you be willing to try and stand? Would you be able to try and pivot? I would always say like, I don't know if I can, but I'm always gonna say yes to whatever you ask me to do. And I just kind of feel like that's been a theme between God and I over the last few years as well, of like just saying yes to God. Like there have been some things that he's asked me to do that I didn't want to do, but I'm like, I'm gonna say yes to God. And in some ways, like I felt some parallels there with the physical therapist that I worked with. And so she had asked like, hey, do you want to try and walk today? And I said, I'll give it my best bet. I'll give it my best shot. I'm not sure I'll be able to. And so I wheeled my wheelchair up to the parallel bars, and I was able to shuffle my feet from one end of the parallel bars to the other. It was such an emotional experience for me because I was just so incredibly blessed that God was starting to really answer our prayers and I was going to be able to walk again someday. As I think about 2024 and the loss and the hardships and the valleys that we walked through, it was hard. But at the same token, it was a blessing to us because God was faithful to us. And I felt like God was using me in those moments. He was ordaining certain people to cross my path. God was giving me an opportunity to be able to share the everlasting love of Jesus with people that I encountered on a daily basis. And so as we think about Shift and what it looks like to be an agile ambassador, you may not need to go to the hospital to do that. It could be what it looks like for you to represent Christ in the workplace or at a coffee shop or in your own family. But God is going to be faithful in giving you opportunities to use you to help people know and follow Jesus and to be introduced to the gospel if you'll just lay down your life and trust that He'll do that with you.
Home sweet home.